Frustrating because they had numbers forward as well, Stoke City. Marqu's not happy. I think that's a big battling actually in midfield today. Charlie Adam and Glenn Wheeler, not the most mobile. Can United get on top of them in that area? Paul Pogba, quiet last week. He'll be looking to get a few touches under his belt. A bit of confidence restored this week.
It's been stop-start in the last 5 minutes or so. Neither side has been allowed to build up real rhythm. Here's Blint. Mkhitaryan, not given a moment. Here's Wheeler, who had a look, and Fellaini had anticipated that. Allen, snapping around Chris Smalling. Valencia. He too will go all the way back. It's Johnson. He's played a lot of the game inside the Manchester United half so far, but here's Mkhitaryan. Johnson back. This is Blint with Shawcross forceful in his header. Here's De Gea, ever present so far, the only one in Manchester United's Premier League campaign. They'll have Luke Shaw back soon enough as well to put more pressure on the left back role, occupied today by Blint, but has been Matteo Darmian for the majority of this decent run. Mkhitaryan, now Ibrahimovic. Blint has continued, and Daley Blint will get there. Twisted high for Mata, not quite the right direction.
Glenn Johnson just needs to be careful because every time the ball's gone out towards Mkhitaryan, he's looked to get tight to him. And on that occasion he got too tight, allowed Mkhitaryan to turn, and United were then able to play Daley Blint into the position that Glenn Johnson had vacated.
Was Whelan in on Fellaini. There's minutes applause rippling round the Bet365 stadium for young Stoke fan Stanley Scarrett, who sadly died of a heart attack while he was waiting for a heart replacement. Arnautovic had stayed onside and pulled it back nicely. Allen is waiting for the cutback, and it's been deflected in. Eric Peters celebrates, and Stoke City are ahead. Against the run of play, on the counter-attack, it's a smash and grab from the Dutchman.
There was a really good understanding between those two out on the left-hand side, Arnautovic and Peters. Arnautovic goes wide, Peters comes inside, and vice versa. On this occasion it's Arnautovic that makes it in the wide position. Peters just comes on the inside, Mata doesn't track the run and gets an unfortunate deflection. David De Gea can't keep it out of the near post. But Juan Mata didn't stay with the run and he pays the price.
He can't believe it. Stoke City have edged their way in front. No doubt it was an own goal. For all their pressure, for all their riding out of the early Stoke City storm, Manchester United will have to come from behind. Oh, it's reached out to Ibrahimovic because Shawcross missed it.
He tried to bring it down the box, pretty sure she's gone for goal with his head rather than trying to bring it down. I'm not sure he thought it was going to reach him actually. Shawcross, I think he expected to get a touch on it, he didn't.
This is Valencia. We're looking to turn the screw, and they'll have a free kick after that challenge by Arnautovic.
Just needs to be careful. He's fired up today, Marko Arnautovic. Already guilty of picking up a yellow card. Made a couple of strong challenges. Mark Plattenberg will be just warning him of that.
Plenty forward for this free kick. And it comes and away it goes by the first defender. Mark Hughes didn't seem happy with that, but Stoke City have managed to work it all the way downfield. Seamless enough. Not much David De Gea could do about Stoke City's goal. It flicked off the boot of Juan Mata, but did it take a touch off the goalkeeper before it went in? That's the question.
Juan Mata's just guilty of not staying with his runner. That's the biggest issue. Yes, it got a touch off David De Gea, but the biggest problem was him not going with Eric Peters.
At the moment, Valencia is having to go with Arnautovic and just does enough. This is Allen, Martin Zindi. Helping it out. There's Martin Zindi. Stoke have done decent business already with Berahino, keen to tie down someone like Bruno Martins Indi even before they look to exercise a permanent buy option in the summer. Here's Pogba. Just allowed Whelan to intervene. Pogba again. This time it's Charlie Adam with the shove.
United not enjoying the pressure that they're being put under. Stoke are getting tight in midfield, not allowing them time on the ball. Herrera moments ago had the ball nicked off him. Charlie Adam getting tight to Paul Pogba. Jose Mourinho won't be happy with the start his team's made.
Not quite gelling as yet, but Mkhitaryan's seen plenty of the ball. Too many of those. Birthday boy today, Henrik Mkhitaryan, 28 years old. But at the moment, there's no real celebration for Jose Mourinho. And he lost 3 games against Stoke City as a manager. Johnson looking for a target. Finds that target in Peter Crouch, who's marshalled well by Phil Jones. Here's Smalling. Wearing the armband, but it had looked like it might find it difficult to get back in, Chris Smalling. Such has been the impression made by Jones and Rojo's partnership. Same goes for Eric Bailly really when he returns from African Cup of Nations duty. Pogba. Ibrahimovic comes short for it. It's aimed at Mkhitaryan. Ibrahimovic helped out to Mata. Tidying up is Bruno Martins Indi. Talking about defensive partnerships, he and Shawcross have been very impressive too. Pogba. This is Blint. It's very close to Grant. Too close.
He gets an applause from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but it's not a good ball in from Daley Blind. Far too close to the goalkeeper. It's just not happening in the final third right now for United.
They've been made to rush things by Stoke City's pressing as well. And they're not enjoying it. That's Crouch. Adam. Here's Crouch.
I think that's a great example there in midfield. You know, Glenn Whelan winning the ball ahead of Marouane Fellaini in the air. There's no way that should happen. The ball's dropping down in midfield. Pogba's not alive to it. Stoke are alive to the second ball.
They're absolutely buzzing at the moment. Snapping into the tackles. Possession is pretty much even so far. Looking to change that matter. Johnson had to get there because Mkhitaryan was lurking. And it goes. And you can see where Zlatan Ibrahimovic is. He's nowhere to be seen for that kind of ball. He's had 9 touches so far. Jones, United building again. Valencia. Richards Indies dealt with it, but only as far as Mata, and that's tossed up to Fellaini. Oh, you've got it on target, but it'll take a lot more than that to beat Lee Grant.
It's been a decent response by United to go in a goal behind. I was about to say, they haven't really threatened the Stoke goal. They do on this occasion. Fellaini getting his head to a Mata cross, but it's a comfortable save for Lee Grant.
Hasn't yet scored this season in the Barclays Premier League. That'll go Manchester United's way and Herrera's way. Safe to say he's not been allowed to impress as much as he has so far this season. Others, Pogba, Whelan and Charlie Adam have really turned the screw on that Manchester United central midfield. That's another loose one. This is Arnautovic. Grant under pressure from Ibrahimovic. Whelan. And I'm just looking to squeeze it out to Arnautovic. There is a touch for Ibrahimovic, sweeping it wide, and Mkhitaryan will chase this one down, accompanied by Ryan Shawcross.
Yeah, important that United get people closer to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and when he does come short into midfield, runners beyond. On this occasion, it's Mkhitaryan making that burst into the space.
He has then missed out there to Arnautovic, and Eric Peters will sweep it away. Herrera to Pogba. In that little hole is Mata, sandwiched by Allen and Martins Indy. Pogba, Fellaini mixed the early run. Peters' head, and it's Grant to come against the Belgian. Probably the right decision with the punch.
Yeah, I think so. It's good goalkeeping. Alive to it. Marouane Fellaini, obviously that threat in the air. Challenging with the goalkeeper. I think he had to punch on that.
Overcooked, or Ibrahimovic kept it in? He has. Charlie Allen with the spectacular clearance, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic eventually flagged offside. He couldn't resist going for that, having initially just looked to leave it alone. moment. Michael Carrick and Wayne Rooney occupying those seats on the Manchester United bench. He's become a regular over the last few games, Michael Carrick, for Jose Mourinho, having struggled initially to get into the starting lineup. They have a great unbeaten record in his last 22 starts, Manchester United, but we won't be able to include that today, and they trail today thanks to Juan Mata's own goal.
Just over half an hour gone, they've been second best. I think it's a deserved lead from Stoke. They've been the hungrier side. It's how long they can keep that tempo up, playing at 100 miles an hour.
This is Ibrahimovic who's broken away. Mata's waiting, and Mata has put it over. Well, that was the moment of redemption for Juan Mata, and over the crossbar it goes.
Stoke got caught flat at the back. Short cross too far ahead of Bruno Martins Indy, and it left Zlatan Ibrahimovic space to run into behind. He picks out a brilliant ball to Mata under pressure, yes, but it's been a tough half an hour for Juan Mata, guilty of not tracking his runner and now missing a sitter. United should be level.
Back in the side in the Premier League for the first time since Boxing Day. It's very far from festive fun for Juan Mata. Martins Indy applying the pressure, but it was still a clean-sided goal. Blitz. Shaqiri, you wouldn't normally associate Xherdan Shaqiri with tracking back, but as you mentioned, he and Arnautovic will have to do plenty of that today.
They will, because the way United play, Mata and Mkhitaryan don't want to stay out wide. They want to come infield, which leaves space out wide, so the fullbacks are asked to get forward.
This is Herrera driving long. Martins Indy away. Herrera, who's everywhere at the moment in midfield. Charlie Adams says handball. So do most of those inside the Bet365 Stadium. And Mark Clattenburg. Sent off under Herrera in his last Manchester United game against Burnley. Arnautovic, who looks up for Shaqiri's run, almost found Adam. That man Herrera's in the way, and that's very clever from Pogba. Nice change of feet and shift of the weight, and he's looking for Ibrahimovic here, who rises high. Stoke fans wanted a free kick. Mark Clattenburg recognised he was able to hang in the air. Another appeal for handball, this time against Pogba. Clip of the heels from Herrera. Mark Clattenburg will just call time here and have a word. It's Ryan Shawcross who is receiving it. Ryan Shawcross who now makes his way towards the edge of the Manchester United box. Adam delivers. Fellaini heads it away. Adam. Crouch calling for it. Shawcross is still up there. They won't reach either of them. Manchester United bring it away with Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan gliding through the Stoke defence. This is Ibrahimovic with a sided goal. Soon closed out by Martins Indy.
Brilliant play from Mkhitaryan to open up the space for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but I'm just not sure what he's trying here. I think he's trying to pull it back to Juan Mata. He's got to go for goal. 8 yards out, just put your foot through it.
Daily Blitz with the Manchester United corner. Over everyone, Pogba waiting. Toss back here, and it's Smalling over the bar. Well, you're absolutely right, you associate Zlatan Ibrahimovic with just ruthlessness in front of goal.
When he had that much time and space, do you think he's going to take aim at Lee Grant's goal? And this is another really good chance for Chris Smalling as well. Free header, Peter Crouch doesn't get tight, he knows he should have done better.
Stoke City have their noses in front, but Manchester United are showing glimpses. So far just one save for Lee Grant. It's gone against Peter Crouch, who is confused by the decision.
United's starting to get on top now, not been able to make that dominance pay though. They've had some really gilt-edged chances, not taking advantage of them. As for Stoke City, every time they go down the left they look a threat.
Herrera, Mata has space. Stoke backing off, and this is Antonio Valencia, back to Mata. Valencia's carried on here, and this is Mkhitaryan, and that is not up to his high standards.
Well, they're working it so nicely now around the 18-yard box, and as I say, they created lots of good chances. It's an excellent run from Valencia, who isn't tracked again. He's able to pick out Mkhitaryan on the edge of the box, leaning back.
Well, officially, Stoke City have had no attempts on goal to Manchester United's 8, but Jose Mourinho's side still find themselves a goal behind because Eric Peters' fullback was deflected in by Juan Mata. This time it is a Stoke City free kick.
Good spot by Mark Clattenburg. A little nudge from Paul Pogba before the ball went to him.
It's Johnson. Arnautovic's touch. This is Charlie Adam, pursued by Mkhitaryan. Arnautovic, Johnson has carried on, just couldn't carry the ball. And now the look for Ibrahimovic. Glint is in there, fairly.
Well, unfairly in the end.
Fairly turned out.
Mark Clattenburg looking to play an advantage, didn't see one.
It is Shaqiri. Hasn't found the net since a couple of beauties against Hull City. That wasn't in the category of beauty.
He's capable of that, scoring the spectacular from distance. As I said moments ago, he's probably not as been a bigger threat as Arnautovic on the other wing. That combination of Arnautovic and Peters looks a real threat, and Juan Mata's not been able to stick with Eric Peters often enough, and Valencia's got a difficult decision to make. Does he go with Arnautovic? Does he try and stay with Peters?
It is very impressive. It has been a very impressive combination for Stoke City over the last couple of seasons. As a result, players like Boyan and Ibrahim Afellay haven't been able to get much game time. Ahead of Arnautovic or Shaqiri. Or indeed Joe Allen, who has excelled in that number 10 role so far this season. Here's Pogba. Ibrahimovic has spotted Mata, who was almost tackled by Mark Clattenburg. Pogba! It's a fine save. The flag was up anyway, but Lee Grant still produced wonderful reactions.
Well, that's tight. The assistant referee thought about it for a moment. Paul Pogba heavily involved in this build-up, and he was quite clearly a couple of yards offside, so it's a good decision.
And moving it quickly and moving it decisively at the moment, Manchester United. No sign of those long balls that they were accused of hitting late on by Jurgen Klopp. Although if it stays this way, they have the opportunity to do that with the height on the field. Johnson's in the way.
Even Paul Pogba thought that was a Stoke City throw. He was walking away, thought he'd given possession away.
Certainly Mark Hughes did. Now Charlie Adam. Ibrahimovic nonchalantly shrugs him off, but not Glenn Whelan. Now Pogba. This is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, a little too nonchalant on that occasion, but the free kick had already been given by Mark Clattenburg. And that's in a decent position as well.
Mark Clattenburg once again trying to play an advantage. There wasn't one forthcoming. Opportunity for United now from a free kick, albeit a wider position on the edge of the box. Not really one you go for goal with.
There is a line of defenders at the moment. Marouane Fellaini is standing deliberately offside. And it comes by Blintz. It's an impressive and important header from Shawcross just ahead of Fellaini. There is Fellaini. Got a touch on the way through.
The pressure's building as we're approaching half-time. United keep it alive and deliver a ball into the box. Stoke City don't get tight to Fellaini. It's another good save by Lee Grant. He's had to make a couple today.
Just the fingertips of the Stoke City goalkeeper. Now there's a debate about whether the ball is in fact in the quadrant.
It only has to touch the line, doesn't it?
Another millimetre back for Daley Blint. And it comes, and it's a fine stop to deny Pogba again. Here's Valencia. Still Antonio Valencia. It's off Eric Peters, and Stoke City have escaped again.
Straight at him, but a really good reflex save from Lee Grant.
They are turning the screw, but at the moment Stoke City are edging their way safely to half-time.
Well, Mark Hughes will be delighted when that whistle blows. Came in very quickly. Excellent technique from Pogba on the volley, but straight at Lee Grant.
Well, it's been some story, hasn't it, Lee Grant? From reserves in the Championship to, well, now, first choice because of Jack Butland's injury, but the England goalkeeper's return, as yet, not clear. Stoke City's future at the moment in safe hands. Pogba. Here's Smalling. Final minute of normal time, and then there will be just the one additional minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Herrera can't get there, Mkhitaryan will. Ibrahimovic, it's Allen's touch, but it's taken it to Mata, and now Valencia. That's the kind of clearance the fans wanted. Jones and Crouch wrestling its advantage, Stoke City, and here's Xherdan Shaqiri. Shaqiri looking for Crouch, he's played it straight to Chris Smalling. Well, that could be a big moment. It almost was for Peter Crouch. You expect Shaqiri to be able to pick those kind of passes. into the additional 60 seconds. Here's Ibrahimovic. Manchester United sweeping from one end and to the other. Herrera slams in a shot. Stoke City by and large has stood firm so far. Same bit matter. Away it goes from Eric Peters. Pogba is there to be. One final flourish in this half for Manchester United. Pogba, now Fellaini. Fellaini straight at Grant, and that should be Stoke City seeing things out. Half time. Stoke City ahead thanks to Eric Peters' run and a deflection off the boot of Juan Mata, who had the best chance for Manchester United to equalise but put it over the top of the crossbar. They have work to do at half time, the visitors here, because Stoke have provided the resilience and the fight, and the fans have provided the noise to push them halfway towards a big win. Half time at the Bet365 Stadium. It's Stoke City 1, Manchester United 0. So 1-0 Stoke City lead. It was a deflected goal. Eric Peters and Ardovic combining well. Juan Mata's boot taking it beyond David De Gea. Stoke lead at the break.
Swimmer with depth and outswing. Lovren competing for it. Penalty given for handball. James Milner. Stretford End scores for Liverpool on enemy territory. Rooney. Dipped in by Rooney. Fellaini against the post. And now Ibrahimovic come in. United have snapped that penalty.
Davis, threaded for Morales.
Lukaku.
Barkley. And Morales. Davis.
Brilliant.
Between Clichy and Toure. Lukaku. Barkley. Back to Davis. What a moment for Tom Davis. Scored it, having made it. Here's Lookman. Couldn't get better, could it? It could, you know. He's scored on his debut. And for Evertonians, it just doesn't get any better than this. Aspilicueta, and Pedro, and Hazard, and Alonso. And Chelsea have an early lead at the home of the champions. Willian, Luiz, and it comes to Alonso. And it was deflected en route. But it's two. Conte. Pedro into the path of Willian. And Pedro! That's three for Chelsea.
Wanyama. Ericsson. Kane! Of course! Rose. For Christian Eriksen. Deflection. Goal! Napoleon retreat. Walker has dropped him. And Dean Kane! Spurs have the point! Kane. Ali. Kane! Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful! Harry Kane hat-trick!
This is Sanchez. It's Mesut Ozil in all sorts of space. And Giroud gets his goal. Arsenal are really applying the pressure. The Webby might be in this time. And Arsenal do double their lead. They're still looking to make it safe. Webby to fit it in onto another own goal. Webby plays a lovely ball through for Oxlade-Chamberlain to cut it back. Ramsey and then in. Alexis Sanchez makes it for
Shaqiri. He's on Activich with a sight of goal here. Kept out by Benone. There he is again. And this time he scores. On Activich. Shaqiri on Activich. Crash. Back to on Activich. Lovely football. What a superb goal. Charlie Adams. Looking to Crouch. Oh, Crouch got up there. And Crouch has scored. Sunderland are falling apart.
Joey Barton! Back wearing a Burnley shirt and back scoring goals for this club. Here's Robertson. Borix out of position. Fernandes drives on and scores a beautiful second goal. Here's Antonio, goalkeeper Hennessy has come out, has it got there? Berguni scores. Antonio must have a look at to make it save. Oh, what a goal from Andy Carroll! A quite sensational stroke. The counter-attack is on. What an opportunity to make it three. It's Lanzini. Oh, magnificently done.
Goalkeeper, I think I'd go for Ben Foster. The amount of time we spent in the Premier League, he's been top drawer. You know, he came on loan for the first season since we signed him permanently. He's been great.
It's Ashley Young. Foster got a touch on that. That is a magnificent stop from the former United man.
He's a good pro and he's good to have around the place. He always wants to win. He wants to work hard. He wants everybody else to work hard at their games as well. And you know, that's all you can ask for a goalkeeper.
But Ben Foster's been in excellent form. Has he got a penalty save in it? Up steps Gerrard. And Foster does save. Wonderful work from Ben Foster.
South side's a lot different than around the side. So at the back I'll go with Johnny Evans. He's a great footballer, both feet. You know, he uses the ball really well, and obviously he's a great defender too. He's got a bit of everything really, and you can see why he played so many games for Man United.
It's a great challenge from Johnny Evans.
He's been a great acquisition for us, and he keeps getting better and better. The lads have taken to him straight away since he signed here, and as I say, on the pitch he's shown what a great player he is.
Oh, pinballing around and there it is! Johnny Evans might just have won it for West Brom.
I'm going to go for Jonathan Greening. Monday to Friday he was the best training player in all the 5 sides. He would score goals, he would do everything. He was as good as anybody I've ever played with.
Here's Greening, trying to find time and space for a shot. Greening finds the space, finds the time and finds the net.
I think the lads used to call him Jigsaw just because for his finishing in training it was different class, and as soon as he got into the box on a Saturday he just went to pieces.
And he goes towards Greening, and he really should have made that 1-0.
He'd be the best 5-side teammate, he'd be the best player, he'd probably be man of the match every day.
Pollock decides to punch clear, Greening gets a second chance, and this time he doesn't miss.
I'm going to go with James Morrison. Every time we play in the Premier League he consistently performs, and in training as well he's just one of those annoying little people that seems to just do well at everything that he does.
Morrison, fantastic goal! Scored Albion's goal of the season in the past, and that must be a contender for this season as well.
You don't play the amount of games he's played and be in the Premier League for that long without being a good player, so I'll put Moz in there as well.
Morrison, that is a wonderful strike from James Morrison!
I'm going to go for a striker. He was only here for a season on loan, but his finishing in training and games was second to none that I played with anyway. It's Romelu Lukaku. We got him at a good stage when he wasn't really getting a look in at Chelsea, and he came here and he really wanted to play football, and we reaped the benefits of that season.
Morrison takes it on. Lukaku is free if he can find it. There he is, and it's 1-0.
Scored 3 goals as a 19-year-old against Man United, against players of that stature. I think that showed how good he could become.
Romelu Lukaku! It's Romelu Lukaku who scores another. Now it's Dorrans. And Lukaku! Unbelievable!
That's my 5-a-side team. I feel that it's got a bit of everything really. Good footballers in there, and I think when you're playing 5-a-sides that's what you want to do. You want to go out and enjoy yourselves, and I think there's plenty of enjoyment in that team.
Welcome back. Jose Mourinho would have had some choice words about how Manchester United fell behind to Stoke City in that first half. An own goal from Juan Mata, much happier. Mark Hughes, you imagine, the former Manchester United striker, looking for a positive result against his own side. And halfway there, as it stands, it does appear that neither side is going to make a change at the break either. Juan Mata gets a reprieve. Sandberg waiting for that signal. It'll be United to get us off and underway. Looking to preserve this unbeaten record. United begin the second half and their unbeaten record overall and in the Barclays Premier League, is under serious threat here. A goal down, they certainly created enough to go in at least level at half-time, but the performance of Lee Grant and a miss by Juan Mata means Jose Mourinho's side must begin again. And certainly improved from the off. Stoke started really strongly, didn't they? And Manchester United took a while to get hold of the ball and get into their stride.
Yeah, it did. They finished the half really strongly. I'm sure Mourinho will have said at half-time, we've got to start this second half the way we finished the first. They didn't start the first half well enough. Second best for 15-20 minutes, and Stoke probably deserved to go ahead. But United responded strongly and really should have gone at least level at half-time.
There was plenty for Charlie Adam and Glenn Whelan to do. Largely, they stood firm, but the probing of Mkhitaryan, the all-round game of Ander Herrera, meant that Manchester United gradually began to win that midfield battle and create those chances. Zlatan Ibrahimovic setting up Mata and then not going for goal himself. He's back in to score from where he was. Here's Fellaini, who's had a go as well, as has Pogba. Not able to bypass Lee Grant. This is Joe Allen. Just looked like he was slipping on his feet. Mourinho in discussion with today's fourth official, Graham Scott. Pogba, who had one fierce shot straight at Grant. Mkhitaryan, he's still going, and across the face of goal it goes. Offside eventually.
Yeah, flag up against Zlatan Ibrahimovic. To be honest, once Mkhitaryan got into the box, you'd think go yourself, even take someone on. In actual fact, it was probably level. And Stoke get away with one.
As you say, he didn't need that pass in the end to Ibrahimovic. The momentum was all with Mkhitaryan. Salem looking to help it on. Arnautovic central. Valencia to Herrera. Jones has turned it back to David De Gea. Crouch lurking.
That was good pressure from Joe Allen in midfield. Stoke have got a little bit too deep, certainly did in that last 20 minutes of the first half. And they started the second half on the back foot as well. Just need to get in United's faces a bit more and put a bit of pressure on in midfield.
Here's Shaqiri turning away from Blind and looking for Allen. As well anticipated by Ander Herrera. Now Mata. Mkhitaryan, who's the most likely to unlock Stoke. Mata, who can't do that, and bring in Fellaini.
He's picked up some really good positions, Mkhitaryan, and he's been willing to take people on as well. And by doing that, it attracts players to him and leaves others free. He has looked lively.
Valencia, just over halfway. Herrera, almost caught by Allen. Now Valencia sneaked in behind Arnautovic. It's a lovely ball as well. This is Adam. It's Arnautovic, who used his arm. Mark Adamo deems it deliberate. He hasn't. I was going to say Arnautovic did pick up that yellow card in the first half.
He certainly didn't mean it. He was anticipating Mata getting a touch. Just hits him on the hand. And Joe Allen actually did well because he stopped Juan Mata taking the quick free kick. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was aware.
It's going to be Mata to deliver eventually. Martin's Indy to clear. Allen, the smallest man on the field, to try and bring it away. It's another free kick. It got a little bitty at times in the first half for Mark Clattenburg, and it's doing so again. Stoke City breaking things up. But at what cost here? It's a good distance away though. You would not accuse Zlatan Ibrahimovic of being short of confidence. This might be too far even for him. It is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, now it's Herrera. And that's aimed at Fellaini, who does get there. It's not going to work for Mata, and he must be desperate by now to make amends.
Well, that was clever from United because they had all their big ones in the wall, Stoke City, so when the ball went wide, it took them a little while to get back into position.
Fellaini really committed to get back at Joanna. Smalling too. They've certainly covered plenty of ground, Manchester United. I saw some stats this week that said they'd run the least of all teams, but it's certainly not true today. Keen to protect this wonderful run, and a great away record as well. Crouch! Well, he's not short of confidence either, and that might have been up there with the goal he scored against Manchester City had that gone in.
That'd have been some way to celebrate your 100th as well, wouldn't it, in the Premier League? You're certainly not shy of trying one from that sort of area, Peter Crouch.
Well, he got his first for Stoke against Manchester United. He's threatened to resurrect that robot celebration should he bag the century goal here. Here is Crouch. Arnautovic. Lovely ball from Eric Peters. Not quite the same from Arnautovic, who couldn't get past Valencia. Stoke and he still want the free kick.
It was excellent recovery from Antonio Valencia because he got in a bad position. Got back to make the challenge.